Galaxy heads, 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 galaxy heads. That's why. Galaxy head.
Welcome to the Galaxy Heads podcast. Welcome to people in galaxies far, far away, and even near and close.
Even close ones.
John, that is really catching on. I'm hearing kids say that in the schoolyard.
Yeah, I heard some kids saying it the other day. They were spitting and kicking a wheelie bin, and they just started saying that, and I thought, we're hitting it with the kids.
We're hitting it.
They're down. We're down with them.
I am Jimmy the Saint, and I'm sat here as always with my partner
in crime,
John
Simmons.
John Simmons.
Sounds weird saying my own name. I might change
it.
You
not say? Yeah, I have.
Okay.
What do you want to be? Johnny the Tank? Johnny the Wank?
No. I prefer the tank one. Yeah, leave it. No, just John Simmons. No, I'll like it. It's all right.
I'll stick with it.
I'll stick with it.
He's sticking with it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Do you want to announce what we're going to do today?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Overwhelming request, isn't it?
Loads of requests for this
God.
one. Loads. I think people were so excited and overjoyed with what we did with the Obi-Wan
and the
show.
Bobas Palace one, yeah.
And the Bobas Palace came out last night.
My inbox is full.
But they were happy with our predictions on the Obi-Wan one.
Yeah, they were happy we got everything right there.
Yep, and they're just like, what's next for Boba Fett?
Yeah, do more of these.
So this is what this one is called.
Okay.
What's next for Boba Fett?
The Book of Boba Fett, yes.
The Book of Boba Fett. So,
what
John...
what do we know so far?
What do we know so far, John?
Well, we know it's going to be released this year, 21, at Christmas. So I won't be looking forward to Christmas at all, will I? It'll be just everything will be the Book of Boba Fett. And it seemed we had Mandalorian at Christmas time last time, didn't we? Did that finish up at Christmas?
I think it did. It did.
And that was what all my I've got kids, and I don't want to even think about them. That sounds wrong. I do, but it should be a house full of jolly old Saint Nick and Santa Claus and festive fun. For me, it's Star Wars.
Well, that's good. And do you know what? It's becoming a bit of a Christmas tradition because the sequels came out around Christmases, didn't they?
Yeah.
December.
Well, I remember as a kid, Empire Strikes Back was always on at Christmas.
Star Wars does have a Christmassy thing, doesn't it? There is a Christmassy thing about it. And hopefully that will carry on, and when your kids are older, they'll be able to enjoy it with you. I'm sure. Well,
no, they do now. So it's really, it's going well. December the 10th, it's going to come out.
Right. That's exciting. I didn't know it was so close.
Yeah. When we saw it at the end of the Mando, when I did the teaser, it was like, oh, this is ages away. But now we're here.
Yeah, won't take long.
Yeah, forget about summer.
Summer's gone.
No, we've had a day of sunshine. Forget about that. Now bring on Christmas.
That's the good thing about COVID. It does speed up time.
That is a good thing about COVID. Now, the other thing I noticed that along with Favreau and Filoni, the executive producer is Robert Rodriguez. Wonderful news, because his episode was brilliant.
Well, that was the Boba Fett episode, wasn't it?
Well,
where he was back.
When it's the one when he comes and just kicks ass. He takes down that troop thing with his scope and his rocket pack and missile, and it's a fantastic episode. Absolutely loved it from start to finish. Brilliant. And if Rodriguez is going to be on doing the new series, it's going to be fantastic. I love Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. I loved his
Desperado.
Yeah, all those films.
Planet Terror. You seen Planet Terror? Rose McGowan with a machine gun for a leg.
Yeah,
for a leg. Yeah.
And there's the car one, wasn't there? Was that Tarantino?
That's Tarantino. But Rodriguez, I think he's Spy Kids. I'll tell you what I did watch.
Spider-Man.
What I did watch recently, which is Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure. And I know we get things wrong. But
that's part of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm going to put myself out there and say that he recently did a film called We Could Be Heroes, I think, about these kids with superhero powers.
Right, okay.
Pedro Pascal was in it.
No way.
It's on Netflix.
Maybe that's how they become friends. You should come into my new show and direct it for me. I will. That happened.
I watched it with the kids, and do you know what? It's really good. I'll tell you what's really good about it. When you watch the Harry Potter films with kids, there is lots of just talk and crap and nonsense. And what really young kids want is all the magic and spells and action. Really,
Absolutely.
that's what kids
Yeah,
want.
yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
This is superhero kids. So you go, is there going to be a lot of talk and crap and nonsense? No, constant action.
Brilliant.
Anyway,
That's what you want.
I'm diverging.
Yeah. Chit chat.
Let's get back to Star Wars. Shit chatting. Yeah.
Chit-chatting.
Let's get back to Star Wars. So Rodriguez is on board, which is brilliant. He'll probably direct some, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Yeah, I'm hoping they kind of let him not loose with it, but he certainly showed what he was capable of. And then when you see the behind the scenes of him doing the action at home with the kids and doing his own animatics with his children in stormtrooper costumes, the amount he got into it and invested his time into it, and you could tell he loved it. Big guy as well. See his muscles. and he can play the guitar, I think.
Yeah, he plays the guitar and Baby Yoda dances with him.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Tamara Morrison as well. He's fantastic. He's got a big pot belly. I'm glad about that.
Yeah,
because that brings home that Boba Fett wasn't always a slight 6 foot skinny chap. He's put on the pounds now, and he's got beefcake.
Do you know what's interesting? Actually, I wasn't concerned about him putting on the pounds, but Mando is set 6-7 years after Jedi.
Yeah, yeah.
So in those 6-7 years, he's put on some terry.
He has. If you're stuck on Tatooine and you're eating lizard monkeys, going round and round on a spit. No, that wasn't Tatooine, was it?
They'd probably do it. Yeah,
they probably do it. They probably do.
Jabba's got one.
Bantha hide.
They're eating meat.
You've seen the slab of meat from the crate dragon that the Mando slams over that speeder bike and brings it back. Imagine that on the barbecue. Mando's going to be like, I've done years.
Boba.
Oh, sorry, Boba's going to be doing. I've done years of this hard work, working for the scoundrels, shooting bad guys. I just want to sit here in the desert and rotate my crate dragon hide.
And then after a bit, he's gone, I want my uniform back. I want to get back into it.
Yeah,
can I still fit into this, love? No, but give it a go.
You know what? I wonder if I can still fit it in my wedding dress. I wonder if I can still fit it in my armour. I'm gonna go and find that rascal that's got it and get it back. Actually,
well, that was depressing. I need to get on the treadmill. But look, we're doing what those people we don't like did, slagging him off.
Yeah, no, I want to slag him on. I want to slag him on. He's good.
So he's back. Fennec Shand is back.
That young Chinese lady.
Yeah, who's beautiful. Played by.
Let me check my folder.
Sure. Check your notes because you said it about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? What was her name?
Fennec Shand.
Fennec Shand is Ming Na Wen. There you go.
And again?
Ming Na Wen.
Yeah, that's
her name, isn't it?
Every time I look at her, I like her. I like her more and more.
Can't read because she's so beautiful.
She's such a beautiful lady.
So
they're the only 2 confirmed cast members.
They are.
Even though this is coming out in like 10, 9, 8 months, whenever you're listening to it.
Exciting, James. I didn't even think I was going to see The Slave 1 ever again in my life
and now it's
any production of Star Wars.
And now it's parked outside.
Jabba's palace with loot in the back. Dead bodies slain everywhere. Slain? Everywhere. And we're back in business. This is Fett back again.
Well, this is good. So the crux of our podcast is things we'd like to see in the Boba Fett program.
Yeah, well, I've heard that it's not going to be. I mean, the Obi-Wan series isn't going to be like 3-4 seasons, is it? I think it's
6 episodes, hour long each.
Okay, so that's good. Maybe that's where they're going with Book of Boba Fett. Maybe that's what we're going to get.
So it's more like a 6-hour long film.
Yeah, and I think I'd actually quite like that.
Yeah.
I don't want 15 seasons of him flying about getting diesel in his Slave 1.
So you want one overarching storyline for those 6 hours?
I think I do, yeah. An hour an episode was good. All the long episodes of Mandalorian were the best ones, I think.
Yeah, they were good.
Did you hear, James, that Favreau was on Good Morning, I think it was Good Morning America?
Yeah, owned by CBS.
Yeah, good company. And they had him on there, and he said that the season 3, they were filming that first for the December release, and then after that they're going back to film season 3 of The Mandalorian. Well, that's interesting that they're doing Fett first, isn't it? And they're not sort of dipping their toes in both of them. They need to focus on one of them.
Have they only got one volume which they're going to use?
They've only got one camera that they share between. No, I imagine the volume. No, they've got one in Pinewood, I think, now in London. I'm not sure.
I believe also in that interview, Favreau said it will be a standalone show. Won't be too.
No,
it won't be integrated into Mando.
I think we've seen the last of Fett and Mando.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, what a way to reintroduce him back. We don't need any more of him in it, really, do we? I was hoping that Din Djarin was co-insure driver on the Slave One, and they were going to do more adventures in that ship. I'll be interested to see what Mando gets, what ride he gets next.
His new ship, yeah. Well,
that'll be interesting.
That will more Lego sales.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we Slave One back with Fett. Well, we know they're on Tatooine at the moment.
They're in Tatooine. They're in Jabba's palace.
Yeah.
I think it was sad. I mentioned this on the other podcast. I think it was sad they killed Bib Fortuna.
Yeah,
maybe he's only wounded. He could only be wounded.
He's gone. He
is gone, isn't he?
He is rotten tuna.
He's a traitorous.
Sling that tin in the recycling. He's gone.
He's gone. So we know. This is what we do know. Boba Fett, Fennec Shand.
Yeah,
she's
drinking blue milk over his shoulder. They've just killed.
And they've sat down.
Having a bit of rest.
New throne based on Jabba's throne because it's got the
Rancor heads. Initially Jabba's throne had the gargoyle heads with the rings through the mouths, didn't they?
Yes.
But that was like the lower bit.
Yes.
I can't remember if the chair, that their half moon sort of backed chair, is sitting on top of that throne still. Is that sin? Did we see that?
So on Bib Fortuna's throne, they're Rancor heads.
So no, the throne
is on top.
Is on top. The chair is on top of the throne.
Yeah.
The chair that Bib Fortuna was sitting in,
and then Boba Fett.
Yeah, that new chair has got Rancor heads on each side of the arms, which is quite cool.
So does that mean that he's got a new Rancor, or Rancor's just a popular thing?
Very good, James, mate.
I mean, we could do a whole podcast on just that chair alone.
And the colour of it.
What colour is it? You know a lot about paint colours.
Probably brown. Earth tone.
Whoa, brown.
Or like a light grey.
Brown is...
Or like a pink. Or like a black.
Okay, it could be anything.
No. Do you know what annoyed me is that Fett repainted his armour. In the episode that Rodriguez did, he turned up in the Marshals.
Yeah, busted up.
Yeah.
Timothy Oliphant's stolen armour.
Easy for you to say. And he's got all the dings and scratches in it. When he gets onto the Slave One and disappears and comes back in the episode where they pick up, what's his name? The American comedian.
Bill Burr.
And they pick him up from that planet of all down TIE fighters and everything.
Yeah.
He steps out and walks down the plank of the Slave One wearing brand new gear. He's even washed his black
cloak. Washed his pants.
He's even had a good little spring clean of everything. And he's got a different rifle. So he's got the long rifle that's seen in Return of the Jedi, which is slightly different to the ESB one.
Here he goes.
He's
got information on guns.
And there's all different Greeblies and stuff stuck to the side of it, which I didn't like. Just if he's got that gun, use that gun.
Right.
Everyone knows what's on that gun because it's a fan stable thing that everyone knows that gun. Why change it? There's no need to change it. So he walks out with a different gun, and this is the gun that he leans up against the throne, back to the throne, sits down, leans up against the arm. And
that's the new gun.
And then you see Fennec Shand drinking from that blue spotchka, whatever it's called, that they drink in Mando.
You didn't like him doing up his armour?
I know how long it takes to paint armour.
You're one of the few people that know.
And I don't think he could have been... Well, I don't know, a few days in hyperspace, flying, and he's off in his back room. Maybe he's got a model room in his slave room. He's got all spray bake and everything, and he's got all his primers all on the wall and everything. He knows how to paint his costume. But they just was a bit odd. I was like, why has he done that? But Filoni and Favreau probably just thought, it's our Fett now. Let's change it, give it a clean slate.
It was bashed up to buggery. It was proper bashed up.
Yeah, but it's Beskar, isn't it?
I was fine with him doing it up. Oh, it did throw me a little bit. It was like the ugly girl in an 80s movie has gone and got pretty by letting her hair down and put some new clothes on. It was a bit weird. It did throw me, but I'm fine with that. I can live with that. I thought it still looked good.
Yeah.
And they've gone. Look, it's
I don't think you saw
much.
You didn't see much of him wearing that new armour. You saw him flying into that base at the end that the Bill Berg takes out with the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And then you just see him at that awesome chase with the TIE fighters where he lets off those seismic charges. That wonderful sound. I hope you see more of that. And then I think.
Then he leaves.
And you see him just leaning up again. You see him take out a few people in Jabba's palace.
Yes. Well, he couldn't go onto that ship with them to get the Darksaber because Luke turned up. You couldn't have Luke and Boba bumping into each other.
No,
that right. Would be awkward.
That's probably why it's been done like that, isn't it? Yeah. So this is
unknown territory, John.
Yeah. What are we? Is he going to go after Mace Windu? We've done this, haven't we? We talked about. Is he going to go after? Is Mace Windu going to come back? Is he going to find out? Is he going to try and hunt down Luke again? Because
Luke didn't put him in the Sarlacc pit.
No, Han Solo did, but he's going to be like, I had that dude wrapped up in that. This is
the thing. He seems like a very different Boba Fett, doesn't he? He is different. He seems like he's got over a lot of stuff. Yeah. He signs on to that cause to rescue Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
That's not.
It's like he's a Mandalorian again. Or it's like he's doing it because he's staying within the creeds, within the rules.
It seems like he's had a lot of time to think.
He's been in the bottom of that Sarlacc pit, bubbling away, twiddling his thumbs.
Look, if he's had a lot of time to think and come around, he's going to be a bit of an anti-hero here, I guess, because he's not a villain now. He's a villain in Empire.
Yeah,
Jedi.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's not a villain now. He's something else, and he's gone and taken this house. Why would he go and take Jabba the Hutt's house? What's there?
Fennec Shand snores. They're in the slave one, and he's like, you know what? I need to get out of here, but I'm a new Fett, like you just said. I'm not going to be rude and tell her to get out.
Yeah,
I'm stuck with her now. I've fixed her stomach. I've repaired her stomach. I'm not just going to just kick her out. He needs somewhere to sleep.
John, this is supposed to be real predictions of what we hope and what we think.
All right, sorry, I'm going to pretend.
Have a think. Why is he gone and taken? Why would you want a palace?
Well, he knows it's there, and he knows that Jabba's dead.
Yeah.
How would he know? He's been on Tatooine, hasn't he? He's been on Tatooine.
Yeah.
That's been his.
Why does he want a palace? Vanity?
Why would you not want a palace?
I don't know. It seems like if he's gone there, there's got to be a reason. He's not just for a new house.
He's been knocking. He's been knocking about on Tatooine, hasn't he, for ages? That's where he's been. He hasn't been off world as far as we know. So something must have happened on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
Would have perhaps shooted past him on a skiff or something one morning and seen him crawl across the desert and said, Bubba, stay there. Stuck his fingers up and just gone past. And
that's what happened.
And Fett's like, I'm going to go and fucking steal his palace now. I'm furious with him.
I think you're onto something, not completely, but
a little bit off.
The idea that he's been hearing a lot of bad stuff that Bib Fortuna's been doing, and that's what he doesn't just go and shoot him because he wants his house. That doesn't seem like the new Boba Fett. It seems like he knows Bib Fortuna's a wrong un.
Yeah.
Maybe Bib Fortuna's been smuggling.
How?
Wait. Wait a minute. Maybe Bib Fortuna's been smuggling younglings, young people, doing something wrong. I think he's got to have taken a
stomach blaster hit.
Yeah, I think we're going to find out that he'd been a bit of a bad man.
Yeah.
So now,
how good was Fett with Jabba with their friendship there? Was Jabba hugely respected by Fett?
Did anyone respect Jabba?
I don't know, but do you think Fett had some sort of history with Jabba where they were close business partners, or they had some sort of
I think they went to college together.
I think they did. There's a couple.
Okay, so they went to college together. They went to college.
No, you're doing it now.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, but what I'm saying is, you could be right. He's gone there.
Yeah,
and gone. That's Jabba's seat. Boom. Actually, no, because now it's my seat.
Boom. What are you doing here in Jabba's palace? they've got interest in other properties in Tatooine, the estate agency they've got up and running. Is I don't know.
I think they've done that scene.
This is a hard podcast to do with about 10 seconds footage and no forward story.
What makes it harder is you not letting me talk.
Yeah. Are we having our first on air row?
No, look,
Go on.
I think that scene they did just to be cool. I know they were setting up Boba Fett, but I don't think maybe they hadn't come up with the story yet. So because him doing it doesn't make huge amounts of logical sense. Him going to get a palace, shooting a guy and sitting in a chair.
No.
Like after all this time, why would he do that? So it's a bit of an odd one. So yeah, it is a bit of an odd one. I think they've done that to be cool. I think we need a storyline now. I think they're just going to sort of gloss over the fact that he's taken over the palace. He needed a base of operations. I don't think he's gone there because there's any mystery MacGuffin in the palace that he needs for anything. Because why would he just go and sit down straight away? I think he's gone and taken over that place because he wants to be. He's got to be some sort of crime lord, but maybe not crime.
Yeah, he's gonna ascend, isn't he? He's gonna get further than a bounty hunter. He's set his sights on something higher now, and I never thought we were going to see Jabba's palace again. And they've done it. They've yet again. Is it fan service or is it now another stable in?
Oh, that's where he's going to be. That's going to be his base of operations.
That's when that's if you're going to send a box of sweets or
flowers,
or bills. It's going to be Boba Fett, Jabba's Palace, Tatooine, P.O. Box.
Yes. So they've moved in there. Him and Shand. Is there going to be a love story between him and Shand?
Yeah, I hope so.
Do you want to see that?
No.
Do you want to see Boba Fett find love?
I don't want to see Boba Fett kissing.
Do you not? What about putting his tongue in her robot cogs in her belly?
Speed it up, love.
Twist my tongue round in your cogs.
I never thought it'd be on that so early. No, I don't want to see that, James. Come off it.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a story that Boba Fett can do. He's got. Forget Mace Windu. That's done.
I think they think the same. I think shit. What have we done? We've put ourselves in this position, like in The Force Awakens and everything, where they made a brilliant film. Like, I don't know what we're going to do next, but that was all right.
Yeah.
They're now thinking, shit. We've stuck Fett in Jabba's palace. What are we going to do with him now?
Well, this is why we're doing the podcast. And after 20 minutes, I think, or 30 minutes, however long we're going, I think we should answer that question.
Well, I think they should ring us and ask us because, right, we'll come with it now, yeah.
That's the plan of the podcast, John.
Yeah, this is it.
That's why we're here.
Right now,
storyline.
This is what's going to happen. Fett is going to start taking out all the people that owed Jabba and Bib Fortuna money. He's going to take out all these little organisations. He's going to become a kingpin of sorts. Or someone's going to come to Fett and say, "Hello, Miss Tuna there." And he's like, "Do I? Come on." I think at the door. Yeah. No, but Fett's here. Do you want to speak to him? Yeah, all right.
I want to speak to him.
They go and speak to him. Say, "Oh, we've got a problem."
Right.
Fett's going to sort it out. And it's going to be that kind of mafia-based.
Right, okay. I'm with you. It's not going to be like... It can't be like The Godfather because he hasn't got underlings. Like The Godfather, you got Vito Corleone at the top with Marlon Brando. You got his 3 sons and his adopted son, who's his lawyer, played by Robert Duvall. And you got Al Pacino and whatnot. Anyway, so what I think you're talking about more is a Scarface scenario.
Yeah, apart from that he's not smashing coke up his nose.
He's not... Yeah. But Say Hello to My Little Friend is probably something they could parrot.
Oh, I think they'll be doing something like that.
Like when people invade the palace. Yeah. And he doesn't say hello to my little friend.
No.
But the intention's there when he comes out of his office and he's holding a massive gun. He's
kicking the door down. He's blasting everyone.
So, tell me about what Scarface is about.
Okay, Scarface is a film about a man that gets put in a prison. Guy he got a shirt, it's a chainsaw in the bath, and there's got to be like a cast.
I forgot about a chainsaw in the bath bit. That's ace.
And then there's he goes up with his sister, and he's I get you. And so comes in, or so coke up his nose, and then it's right at the end. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Could they
fast forward.
And he's got a lawyer played by Chris Penn or Sean Penn.
Really?
It's one of the Penns, yeah, but it looks nothing like him. They've sort of receded his hairline.
Marker
Penn. That's him. Mark Penn.
Mark Penn. I don't know.
It's one of the Penns. It's either Sean or Chris. I can't remember.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Check it out.
Right, let's not talk about Scarface.
But what I'm saying is that's a villain's rise to the top. Yes. And he comes over, doesn't he, from Colombia? A cockroach!
Yes.
Comes over from Colombia.
Yeah.
So Boba Fett is already at that point. It's tricky, isn't it?
I think Fett is meant to be well known. Fett is meant to be up there with Scarface already. He's meant to be that powerful.
But we need a storyline. This is just some things he's doing. It's like when we say I want to see Vader
this
just
is what
killing.
I'm struggling with.
Killing.
And that's why I was.
John.
I think that you need some more intelligent people than me.
No,
to
John.
write this episode.
The people have asked for this. They want to know what we think this show is going to be like.
I'm just thankful that Filoni and Favreau have got this.
And not us.
Yeah, to do. Because I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm perplexed by your lack of faith in your own ability to come up with a 6-hour storyline.
In 10 minutes.
Okay, here's what I think.
Okay.
Boba Fett.
Is he?
He's in his house. He's got Jabba's palace now.
Yep.
I'd like to see, and this is a possibility, then bring the monks into it. That live there. The spider robot things with the brains in the things.
Yep.
Brains in the bowls. They may even put Bib Fortuna's brain in a bowl, which is how he ended up in Legends comics.
Yep.
He ended up as one of those monks. They were the monks that had Jabba's palace before Jabba. They come to him. There's a prophecy. A prophecy, James? Yeah, a prophecy. There's a prophecy that Boba Fett is going to do... Oh, do you know what, John? There's nothing they can do. I'm lost.
No.
Because...
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
Mando, let's look at Mando's story. Let's look at Mando's story quickly. Mando's story was he finds Baby Yoda.
He's got the Darksaber.
He thinks, well, hold on. He finds Baby Yoda. He thinks I'm going to do my job, and then the inciting incident is he doesn't want to give up Baby Yoda. So his storyline is him getting Baby Yoda to the Jedi, right? Boba Fett starts in the palace. He's with Shand. He's having a nice time. He's back on top. Something happens
that disrupts that. Maybe that's his goal. He's got his goal, and then it's going to be taken away from him.
Yeah, but he's only just got his goal.
He's scored a good goal.
He's had all this time in the sand, and now he's got his goal. He's not going to drop again and then get back to his goal.
No.
What's his goal?
I think it's to avenge his father.
It can't be. They can't bring Mace Windu back.
Why not? I don't want him to.
How old would he be?
He'd be like everyone's age, wouldn't he? Older.
So why did he take
Samuel Jackson's age?
Why did he take the palace?
I know you're right. They can't have Samuel Jackson back because it would debunk. That's not the right word. It would ruin all the Luke being the only Jedi and all that sort of thing. That can't be done. That can't be done.
Even if he would find a Mace Windu now, I think Mace Windu would be a shell of himself, which I don't mind seeing that. A shell of himself, like
that's
Luke
hidden away from the Force.
Luke can be that only.
Turn the Force switch off.
Yeah, he may still be using it, but just for little things like cooking and cleaning. Like I think
getting stuff down from high cupboards.
Pass me my lightsaber.
Pass the parcel.
I don't mind seeing him, but what is it? His story. He's got to forgive that. He's got to forgive Mace Windu for what he did to his dad.
No,
and now
you're quite right. Did we need a whole standalone series from Boba Fett? We're finding this very difficult now, trying to find reasons why this show needs to happen.
Well, here's the thing: if Boba Fett was actually Mando, right? If they didn't do Mando the series, it was just Boba Fett.
That's what they wanted to do. Yeah,
that would have worked because you could have had Boba Fett. He's come out. He's old. He's a bit grizzled. He's not really doing many jobs, and then he gets one job. He's like, that looks good, and he gets Baby Yoda.
Yes.
And then he's on that story with Baby Yoda. You could have had everything the same. Yeah. Everything the same. Even apart from
But
the
they
Boba
did.
Fett
They,
episode.
but they did
even
wanna,
with Luke
Yeah.
coming into it.
Yeah.
And that would have been a very awkward scenario.
Yeah.
But Boba Fett would have given it. You could have done all of that. But what they've done is they've brought Boba Fett back, and with, what is he? Who is he now?
Yeah.
I guess this is what we're going to find out. But I think they've sort of shot them. Maybe by doing that really cool scene, which we both loved.
But we haven't touched on how he looked when he saw Mando speed off with a speeder bike after he'd taken down the Krayt Dragon. You hear the start of his theme, the music comes on, you see him turn to the camera, and he's wearing the Tusken Raider gear, he's got the black cloak on, he's got the gaffy stick and all that sort of thing. He's equipped with good gear there, isn't he? He's like, what mission has he just been on there? What has he been doing? What people has he met?
Okay,
before?
so is this what we're going to see? Before
Has he? We might do, but I think there's storylines and situations that he's created in that time before you see him wearing that gear.
Well, that would make more sense if we saw him pre-Mando. If we saw everything that happens from Sarlacc pit,
You could
him back on the throne.
You could have the throne be the end of the last episode.
But that does mean we get Boba Fett without his Mandalorian armor for the entire series.
Yeah, and we've just seen he's been in about 3 episodes of Mandalorian doing stuff, so we can't see that. Oh, I don't know. It's a real tricky one, isn't it?
I imagine they'll probably do some stuff pre-armor, pre-Mando, because people do want to know how he got out of the Sarlacc
we're going to
pit.
see that.
That's definitely something.
They're going to retcon that. They're going to show. Well, my initial theory is that the sail barge blew up and killed the Sarlacc pit, which allowed him to then escape using his rocket pack that barely works.
Yeah.
And then he's like half dead, crawling across the desert, with like a little bit of sunburn. Yeah, and and he's picked up by the Jawas. They're picking stuff off him like ravens would a body.
Yeah.
They take his armour. Then who strolls next to him, licking his face? A bantha. That's when he becomes one of the Tusken Raiders. They take him into their brotherhood or their whatever, and he starts getting well with them. They nurse him back to strength.
These are just things that happen, though. It's not a story. It's just things that happen.
But that's just showing you what you have missed. Yeah, wait. But you're. I'm at a loose end here, James. I'm quite with you on this. What are we going to see? What is there to see? Do we care? He's our beloved character that we've loved since kids. My favourite character. But I'm saying, do we even care?
I agree.
Yeah.
He's ended up as a Jabba character. Like if you just had Jabba now, do you want a Jabba the Hutt series where he's just the boss of this? Let's look at The Sopranos as a thing where there's a boss of a
yeah, but if Sopranos started with
gangster
Tony
family.
Soprano in his strip club completely, like he's got everything he needed, you'd be like, oh well, what's next?
Well, he is pretty high up, but it's all the people. His first episode, he's having panic attacks.
That's right. Yeah.
So he goes to the psychiatrist, right?
Yeah.
And then it's about all his people around him and the stories and him dealing with his family, dealing with his anxiety.
I know, but Fett's got no. He's
he's
got
got
a
none of that.
mysterious hired gun. We don't know any of his backstory. Well, we do, but we don't know. No, well, we know Jango Fett's not around. We don't know whose mum it was because he was created by the clones.
Yes, he didn't have a mum.
No, so all that's been answered.
He's got no partner. Basically, what
Which
we need
brings
to do.
back to the Fennec Shand.
Fennec Shand. He's with Fennec Shand. It's 10 years on. Him and Fennec Shand are together. They've got two kids.
No, what we're going to see is the lights go down and they start making love on Beef Fortuna's blood
Covered white
cloak. And that's it. And that's how it starts.
That's still not a story.
It's a good story for me.
I'm happy with that. So they bang. They have a few kids. A few years later,
No,
he's
we're
got
not gonna
Boss.
see kids.
Uncle Bosk. Uncle Bosky turns up. They're like, kids, go and give Uncle Bosk a cuddle. They run over there. Bosky's like, yeah. Bosk's got all fat.
Oh,
He's
dribbling
like,
on
you
him.
know.
Yeah.
But he's like, the
air
bar.
conditioning units packed
No,
up.
no, they're not doing minor chores. They're doing protection rackets in Mos Eisley and the other places.
Spaceports, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going that droid down at the canteen has not paid his protection money. Boba Fett's
down
like, take him out, Bosky. Bosky goes down there, takes him out.
And Bob's your uncle. There we go.
There's your story.
There's your story. There isn't a story.
There is no story.
But what's frightening is that we've just found out that the show's not going to be very good.
I can't believe we haven't.
I
can't believe we've come to this podcast with nothing.
Because there isn't anything. There's.
Do you challenge our listeners to come up with a better storyline and put it in the comments?
Nothing's going to beat his son meeting up with Uncle Boss. I just don't know what there can be. It's going to be Fett. He's gonna be a crime lord because he's now taken over a crime lord's throne. So he is now become a crime lord. He's gonna be. Is he gonna be wanting to be rich? Is money his aim now? Because we don't know who he's after. We don't know his back. We don't know his story between Return of the Jedi and Mando.
No.
We don't know that era. Someone must have pissed him off in that era. Surely.
Long time.
And Fennec Shand, he's just met her. And now they're like best mates. Repaired her stomach and now she's...
I think they're going to hook up.
Or I think they're going to fight.
Yeah? No,
They might
she
go-
likes him too much.
Yeah, she owes him for that
owes
stomach
him.
repair.
She owes him. I think that he's going to have to go, like... Is there anything from the prequels that can tie into this?
Well, there's stuff from the Clone Wars, isn't there?
No, I mean like what happens in the future of Star Wars. So, sorry, did I say prequels?
You did,
I
yeah.
mean sequels.
Okay.
So, what's going on in the galaxy
There's
as a whole?
There's all Kanja Club and all that, all the bounty hunters there, isn't there? With
Culture Club.
Yeah.
Boy George.
Don't you remember Harrison Ford singing "Don't You Want Me, Baby"?
That's not a Culture Club.
Yes, it is.
Don't you? No, it's not. You're thinking of Karma Chameleon.
Okay,
so what's
I think Culture Club wasn't Culture Club. Did Culture Club have Boy George in it?
Yes.
It did.
Yeah, but they didn't do Don't You Want Me, Baby? Don't You Want Me, Whoa, Whoa?
No. Sorry, I saw a producer in the back. Okay, where are we going with this?
Okay, so what I'm saying, what's going on in the galaxy
Yeah.
in terms of at that timeline? We know that the Empire is starting to come back.
Yes.
Is he going to be involved in that? Is there going to be a storyline with that?
Now we're getting somewhere.
There can't be.
Moff Gideon.
It's separate. We already know Boba Fett is separate from Moff Gideon.
Yeah, but he said when he's reporting down to them, he's like, "They're back," doesn't he? He
Yeah.
says they're back, and there's like, he seems worried.
He does.
Maybe he's done something that they're going to be after him about that. Maybe it is going to be like this beginning of the First Order that's going to come back, and he is going to be something to do with that. Like you've just said, does anything happen in the sequels?
Yeah. I know what I said.
All right, cheers. This is a very frustrating podcast, isn't it, James?
It's frustrating for us more than the listeners. I think they,
I think they're shouting at their screens now, saying,
Yeah.
"This is going to happen. That's going to happen."
yeah.
But we're struggling because I don't know if I do want to see what happens to Fett. I'm not that. He did so much in The Mandalorian, and he's fulfilled my Fett needs now. That's done. I'm worried now that we're going to get an overdose of Fett, and we're going to OD.
I think the problem is where he ends up, i.e., Jabba's palace on the throne with Fennec Shand. That doesn't spark off ideas of stories. It's more like a side character, like Jabba, like someone people would go and see for help or for something. Could he be some sort of character where the people of the ports come and see him for help? But he's on a throne. No good guy sits on a throne.
No, don't. And he's a throne of what? A throne of dirt. There's
throne
no
of blood.
There's no palace anymore. There's no. Jabba was so imposing and awesome as a bad guy, Whereas Bib Fortuna's just he seems to be just sitting there having some meat cooked behind him or something. There's no like.
He's got a dancer still.
Yeah.
Slave.
Okay, well maybe there is some sort of.
She gets released, doesn't she?
Yep.
Fennec Shand.
So he's already showing his good side.
Exactly right. So
Right.
maybe they turn it into a club, like a hippodrome
Yeah,
or a Pasha.
Pasha, yeah. The Ministry of Fett.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Yeah,
go with that.
we're clutching at
Is
straws,
this-
James, aren't we,
No,
mate?
this is our prediction. He becomes a club manager.
Yeah, and he does a DJ set at night, and he never takes off his helmet.
Fennec Shand works the door.
Yep.
He doesn't take off his helmet like Daft Punk.
Yeah. There you go.
Fennec
Sorted.
Shand works the door. She's like,
Yep.
Boba, got a couple of guys, got no vaccine ID.
Turn him away.
I've got a guy outside here who's got his black socks on his trainers because he knows his shoes only tonight.
Sniper his head off. There you go.
Well,
I think we've come to the end of that.
That's it. It's a
Yeah.
club.
That's it.
Boba is called.
Do you know what? We're laughing about that. I quite like to see like an Ozark type casino being run by the Feds,
Right.
where there's money laundering going on. There's Fett gets himself maybe involved with someone higher than himself. That's a bit scarier. Maybe they're going to bring in a new. Wasn't there that pirate? There's the Sun, Black Sun.
Black
There's a
Sun.
whole-
Well, it's Darth Maul's people.
Well, there you go.
I know. Was it they Black Sun?
My Black Sun. Black Sun.
Family Guy. Black Sun.
Black Sun was the pirate organisation in Star Wars by I want to say Xerox, but that's a printer. The bad guy from Shadows of the Empire. that
Oh right,
seduces
the green
Leia.
guy.
Yeah, Gringo. Where am I going with this?
So Boba Fett's finally got what he's always wanted: a club/casino.
Yes, so we're
But
playing
he had
loud
to
music.
borrow some money from.
God, why do you want a nightclub?
I don't know. What's Darth Maul up to at the moment?
He's dead. He dies before Luke's.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, he died 15 years before that. Okay,
Does he need to get a bank loan? Like the Falcon from the Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Maybe. What about if he takes over this place and finds out that Bib Fortuna's heavily in debt
Yeah.
and he's actually not very clever because he's taken on a huge debt of himself and he's killed Bib Fortuna and people are looking for Tuna and they're like, well, you still owe him money because you've taken on this palace.
You've taken on this palace.
And
Yeah,
then
this club.
and then he just walks out slowly going, oh no, we'll go somewhere else.
The end.
The end.
Oh.
No, well, there you go. If you've loved all our forthcoming...
Is that the end?
Yes!
I don't know if we've given him anything, John.
We might have to leave this one till last.
Last of what? What, till we retire?
Till Book of Boba Fett's done and it's been released, then we can go...
Well,
we can edit it.
I'll tell you what. If they cancel the show because they couldn't come up with any
Or they hear
ideas,
this.
I think at that point we can release it and go, there we go, we told you, it's impossible, they're not going to come. One last question before
Okay,
we
shoot.
go.
Yeah,
I don't know how long we've been going.
I'm all ears.
Is there any characters you'd like to see come back? Because we did mention in one of the other podcasts about it'd be nice to see some of the droids back. 8D8, the torture droid.
Yeah, I still want him there.
No?
I still want AD8 downstairs, burning feet of droids. And I want to see the rest. I want to see Dengar. I want to see Bosk. I want to see the bounty hunters that we've waited for, because they've given us Fett, because that was fan service and everything. Give us some more fan service.
Okay, now we're talking. He can get the gang back together. He can get the band back together. Because they're all still alive, aren't they? Bosk is still alive. Dengar's still alive.
Okay, so he rings him up and says, "Look, I've got a palace.
He's going to...
We've got an opening night. Come down."
Open mic night.
Dan comes down, starts spitting some beats, and there you go. No, come on, you were doing something.
I was doing something then. He starts like a round table of... I mean, there already is a bounty hunter guild.
Yes. But I think he gets his bounty hunters back. His mates back.
Yeah.
It's like a free house and your mum's away. They're running around in the palace drinking.
Risky business. For what purpose, though?
To get drunk.
It's like going to be like Animal House, National Lampoon's Animal House.
Yeah.
It's going to be a toga party in Jabba's palace.
Yeah. So there you go. Shower scenes, all sorts.
You see Fennec Shand's robot boobs. like a terrible 80s movie.
Done. There you go. I've had enough of this episode.
Oh, John's lost the will. The wheels, that's something from Star Wars. Can we talk about them?
No.
Good. John's lost the wheels. Well, look, put in the comments what you think should happen, and
we can just, do you know what I've been thinking? I haven't put this to you yet, James. We should have a Facebook group.
have we not got one?
No, I know. Well, we've got to field all the questions, haven't we? And there's so many people emailing us every day, and I just can't. My phone is like the battery's running down. I'm getting so many emails. We're gonna have to contain this inside a Facebook page or group, and we could have the listeners talk about it in depth, and we can go from there. Because I've lost the will to live on this podcast. I've got nothing for you.
I agree. So what we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do, John.
Yeah.
We'll get this on the Facebook group that we'll start.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. And then people can put their comments, what they think should happen, and we'll do a follow-up episode where we'll discuss their ideas.
Oh, I think they'd love to hear that, wouldn't they?
I think they're already excited about putting down their ideas because we had none.
How many people do you think have already stopped listening?
All of them. Because we had one. I'd say one solid idea is the club/casino.
No, that's terrible. We didn't have one good idea between us of what they're going to do, so I'm worried for them. If we can't think of a good storyline, I don't know who can.
I'll tell you what the problem was. We didn't come with ideas.
No, we didn't do research, did we?
Which I think usually YouTubers do.
Well, we're different. We're a different breed, aren't we?
Yeah, we're like smash it out.
Just let your mouth run and just see what happens.
Yeah, someone might go, "There's some news." We go, "We don't care. We bring our own news."
No, we'll talk. We'll make up our own news. We'll make it up.
Anyway, that's us.
Yeah, like them,
subscribe them,
comment them.
And thanks for listening, and
may the force be with
all of you all the time.